See? Ready as I can ever be. See? Yeah.
Hey, let go of me, see?
Yeah.
I'm innocent, see?
See? You're the
I had
one.
nothing to do with the body, see? I have a good alibi, see?
See? See? With your own two eyes, see?
I'm telling you, I have nothing to do with the mafia, see?
Yep.
I'm not the Don of the Don Quixote Mafia family, see?
How do you know their names so well?
That's not important, see?
Everybody knows the Don,
About it.
the Don. What did you say? Don Quixote Mafia family?
Don Quixote
Quixote.
Mafia.
Yeah. Everybody knows the Don Quixote. Everybody knows that family, say. Not part of the mafia? Well, you don't need to be because you see, everybody knows the family. Mr. Don Quixote, and his wife, Mrs. Don Quixote.
Don Quixote do Flamingo.
Sorry, there was more. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's his full name.
His full title. Oh boy. Well, there we go. Welcome to the podcast. Say, we've got a good one. It's all about boxes for our starting topic today. Do you have a treasured box story? You know, where you just stack up
Actually,
a box?
I do.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear it, Max. What's the treasure?
Give me a second. A 3D print starting here. I got to observe it quick.
Okay, we will hold on to that box story. Loop back around. Let's see. There's that great box story of you, Cameron, where you were wearing that like, I guess, was it really a box? You just put like a.
Are you talking about my Boxman Steve hat?
Yeah, I guess it would be a box. Yeah, Boxman Steve. It scared the crud out of me for a second. You know.
Yeah. One time. Yeah, the first time Riley came to visit my trailer, I decided to greet him by standing outside my trailer wearing my Boxman Steve helmet.
I thought I had the wrong place for a second. So I was both laughing
You're gonna
at
die.
I was both laughing at the appearance and kind of startled by the appearance. So
Yeah, just this rando wearing a wooden box mask just starts walking towards Riley's car, basically.
Yep. Definitely slightly terrifying. I still think just Jack staring at me is more scary than Boxman Steve. But definitely cracks the top 10 moments for sure.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So what about your box story?
I actually have two box stories. One box story is it's not much of a story. It's just a story about the life of a box. I have this one box that when my parents were driving me down to campus freshman year, so a little over 3 years ago,
Oh, jeez.
we stopped at Aldi's and we got some food. And they have like those, they just got boxes everywhere that you put your groceries in. And so I got to my dorm with my box of food and I emptied it. And after a couple days, I was like, well, I got to go do some laundry. I need something to carry my laundry down to the laundry room in. And so I just took that. Well, I had some plastic bins that I used to move in, but the box was just sitting right there. And so I just was like, oh, I'll use that. And so for 3 years, I've used the exact same cardboard box from Aldi's as my laundry bin.
Oh, man.
And it's still going strong.
That's crazy. You just have a bin to remember your whole college experience.
This one cardboard box has literally been with me.
Oh yeah, no.
And then like when the semester is over and I need to move, then I just pack my computer inside of it because it fits perfectly. Like my PC, and then my monitor can slide in right next to it, and my keyboard, and it all fits perfectly in this one cardboard box. And so it just keeps coming with me.
Snap! You're gonna have to go to this Aldi's place and be like, high quality boxes. It gets my stamp of approval.
Everybody, I have an announcement to make. These boxes, they're really just top tier boxes.
Top tier. I have tested this for years, and I want to say I have found no complaints in their box quality. Best boxes in the state.
My other
There
box stories from my
There are
early
very
childhood.
few boxes better than this.
This one box. Sorry, what's your other box story?
Do you want to hear it?
Yes, this is all about
Yeah.
boxes. Want all the box stories.
Okay. This is back long time ago when I lived in North Dakota.
Oh snap!
And we had just officially moved into our house.
Okay.
And we were buying some furniture for it. So we had a lot of large boxes. Or it was a little bit after we moved in. I think we were putting together like some. It was a weird bed frame where like you put together a bunch of like IKEA squares and then put the mattress on top of that, and so you had basically
IKEA
a bunch of like
squares.
drawers under your bed.
Interesting.
So we had a whole bunch of these big square boxes, and I was probably like 8 or 9, and so I could fit in them easily. So what my brother and I decided to do
I remember
was we were
being
going to make a
thrown
tower
into
of
boxes.
boxes.
Oh, a tower of IKEA boxes.
And we cut
Uh-huh.
holes in the top and bottom in each of them that were big enough for us to climb through, so you could climb up the tower. And then we had granola bars, and so my brother would sit on like the 3rd floor, and I'd sit on the bottom floor, and then I'd toss him granola bars. And we sat in the box for a while, and it was just a jolly old time. But we had assembled it, I think, like 8 stories tall. And my brother was like, "I'm gonna climb to the top."
So when you say 8 stories, you mean just 8 boxes?
8 boxes high. It was about to the ceiling,
'Cause-
almost.
Because stories, that's it's not like a story of a building. It's a box.
Yeah.
A box story.
It was probably like 10 so feet tall, maybe something like that. So it was a pretty
That's
good
a lot
box
of
tower.
boxes.
Because I mean, like they were pretty sizable boxes. Like you could comfortably fit inside of one.
Now, how was like the infrastructure? Like how sturdy was this box tower?
We used staples and duct tape, if I
is-
remember correctly.
Any support beams or anything?
Any what?
Support
Did
beams?
you- Take any spare
Oh, we
paper-
didn't know what those were.
Oh, okay, of course.
So you're telling me that like little 5-year-old you or however old you were didn't take any spare paper towel, cardboard rolls and stack those together and use those as support beams? Tell me you didn't do
Structural stability was the last possible thing I was thinking about at the time.
I just want to get in this cool box.
And so what we did is we didn't have anything holding it to the floor. So I was like, okay, well, if you're going to climb to the top tower, we were intelligent enough to know that it was probably going to be a little tippy. So I went down to the bottom floor to act as ballast. And so my older brother climbs up, and he gets, I think it might have been 9 boxes tall. He got up to, I think, the 8th out of the 9th box. And then it started creaking a little bit. And the entire tower fell over with him in the almost very top floor, and he just smashed into the concrete floor. Because there was no carpet in that basement. It was concrete down there.
Oh my gosh.
And he just wham into the ground.
Was he in the box still?
Yeah, he was in the box.
Oh gosh, the
He was
box.
in the process of climbing, and then it just tipped over and moved a little too abruptly.
We got a staple flaw.
that
Timber.
That kind of reminds me of another box story, which I completely forgot about until you mentioned that. It doesn't have quite the same ending. In fact,
It's a
like I
falling
don't think it
over.
really
He gets to the
really
fifth.
has a. I don't think it really has such a satisfying ending at all. But it's just something that happened. But like when I was in like, I think either kindergarten or preschool, like my mom was dealing with some legal shit with my sister's dad, so we wound up bouncing around between like foster families and daycares and stuff while my mom was getting all that sorted out. Anyways, one of the daycares I wound up being sent to, like those like little puzzle blocks you like that's in like a like a kindergarten playroom, which is like 6 like square shaped puzzle pieces, and you stick them together to make like boxes or whatever. You know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah, like
about?
the little
Yeah.
foam
Yeah,
pieces.
yeah. Well, one of the kindergarten places I've been to had like giant versions of those, which were like, I want to say maybe a foot or
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
2 feet big for each piece.
Towering.
Anyway, so I came up with the idea of, oh, let's build a tower with these things, and so
Yes.
we did.
Build the
And
tower.
and and at the age and that at that oh yeah, they weren't foam at this size; they were made of plastic. Uh,
That's not
but
good.
like but at this age, I was smart enough to like know like how to preserve pieces, and so like instead of like making individual blocks and stacking them on top of each other, I'm like, okay, here's how we do this the more resourcefully preserved way. Okay, so we remove the two sides from the bottom box. We remove the top side of the top bottom box and the bottom side of the top box, and then we just stick those two top halves together so it makes a rectangle. And then we just kind of repeat that process for like any of the other surrounding adjacent boxes.
Hmm.
And meanwhile, we have these other pieces we've been taking off of these boxes to make it even higher. And once we built up
Jeez.
to like however high we could with the available pieces, we would then climb up to the top and just kind of sit there.
So it was sturdy enough to just that you could just sit on top of it.
Yeah, like I said, these are like foot. These were like 1 foot by 1 foot like pieces of plastic,
Okay.
and we were just like I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years old. So yeah, that could
That's
hold
fair.
us. It's not like it was cardboard.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how you build the structure. Like you guys must have been like some geniuses as kids, because holy shoot, I don't
Well,
I don't remember
well,
doing any of this as a kid.
well, well, Riley, I was a genius because, like, I remember anytime any of the other kids would try to do the same thing, they did it
Come
the
pretty further.
non-resourceful way and just kept making cubes and stacking those on top of each other. And I would look at them like, you
That's gonna tip.
disappoint me. I did get
Disappoint.
involved because, like, at that point, I was bored of those puzzle pieces. I
You were
moved on.
too cool for
Yeah,
what those novice builders were doing.
yeah. But like since I'm already on the topic of like weird like kindergarten memories, like you know uh those giant balls you sit on and you bounce on them? Like there was
Like
like
a
a
yoga ball.
handle on them. No, no, it's
Oh,
not a
oh,
yeah, they have like a handle on them. You sit on it and you just bounce up and down on those things.
yeah, yeah. I know
You
what you're talking
like you
about.
know what yeah, well, I think it was the same daycare actually had one of those. And like there was this one kid who really loved those things. So like one day I beat him to it. I'm like, "Ah, sweet. This isn't being used right now." So I grab it, and then next thing I know, I hear like a whale's like "No!" And like dead ass this kid ran up to me, like pressed himself against my chest and started pounding it like
Jeez.
like 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 it wasn't really hard, but it was more like one of those like defeated kneeling on the ground pounding your fists on the ground like
your,
he,
your
he
mic
didn't say
keeps like cutting out your screams. Oh
that,
gosh.
but yeah, that like it didn't, I don't remember it hurting. I just remember looking down and like, dude, what the fuck, like what are you doing? Dude, calm down.
This person's got
It's just
problems.
it's just a bouncing thingy. And then like the person looking after us like just pulled him aside, and then I went back to my business with with the bouncy thingy.
Goodness. Yeah, I don't have many kindergarten stories. I can barely remember kindergarten. I just remember that I was I was across the state, my first house before, and then we moved for first grade, and I can remember more after that, but not prior. But yeah, you guys have some great box stories. I'm trying to think of one myself, and the only thing that comes to mind is my computer box. Now, for for college, I've had the blue computer that everybody loves so much that
Oh yeah.
is definitely the dinosaur. Um, and then I had that pre-built computer that I got from Cameron, and that was exciting because it was different. Well, not different. It was new and new to me, and had problems of its own, but still better than the blue computer. And now I don't know if I told you guys, but I actually went over spring break, talked to Jack's dad, and he set me up with a pre-built computer that is not prone to crashing, and that uses my
Nice.
graphics card from before. So
Very
yeah. So upgrades all around. But to get back to the main plot of the story, the box, I have the same like I forget what I think it's an Intel box that my mom had just laying around that was big enough to hold the computer, and I've just been using that. And the edges of the box are like so dilapidated that I've had to use duct tape on the inside so that it just doesn't fall apart. And we've been talking about upgrading to a tub, but we got to figure out the size of the computer, the size of the tub to make sure it fits in the car, and oh gosh, it's been a hassle. But yeah, that box has been with me as well from freshman college, just like your box, Max. But it's I didn't like go to a store and get it. I just found it around the house.
Yeah.
So
Now,
not as cool, but
I don't know how much of a box story this counts as, but I remember one at your house which you could have used, but now I'm totally gonna steal it.
okay.
And I say you could have used, and I'm gonna steal it because like it involved both of us. But one day we were playing hide and seek, and Riley was like, "Yo, Cameron, I got this amazing hiding place. They'll never find us." So Riley took me to
Oh boy.
like it was either one of the silos or his garage, whichever one it was absolutely cluttered with like a
I
bunch
didn't
of
take you to
shit.
the attic of the barn
No,
that had
no, no,
holes.
no, that was much later.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
but anyways, Riley guided me to like the garage, I think,
It might have been the
and
silo.
then like he pulled off like how some movies or TV shows like have a curtain over an object and pull it off to reveal its magnificence. Riley did something like that, except it was like it was
Gotta have style.
Scout's old kennel. And Riley's like, "We'll hide in here." So 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 me and Riley
Oh
just
my gosh.
crawled. So me and Riley just kind of crawled into this kennel and sat there for a while. Like, they'll never find us here. And he was right. It was so effective that everyone just kind of gave up and forgot about us. So like
Oh,
by the time we were like, yeah, this is boring. We're gonna get out. We found out that everyone else was already eating food.
Ah, they just
that's
abandoned
always the
you.
worst.
Yeah.
Hide and seek is a game where you just give up on the last people until they realize that you've given up. The question is, how long do you wait? I don't know how long we waited, but
It depends on your commitment.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
I don't remember how long my commitment was to it.
Yeah, that would have had to been in the garage because we don't keep our dog's kennel in the silo.
Yeah, all right.
But I thought because you said it was a slight box story, I thought it was actually going to be. I thought it was going to actually be a box, and that's why I was thinking the silo because we have just a bunch of random boxes in there. But
Uh,
goodness gracious,
I said kind of box because kennels are
kennel's kind of
kind
a
of box
box.
shaped.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, I look behind me and I realize I just have my closet full of boxes. I don't know why I haven't thrown out
You
all my
know,
boxes, but
no, I'm very much the same case. I have a lot of boxes that I'm not using.
there's just boxes all around me. We live in a world where boxes
Well,
are needed to
Well, what if you
put
need
stuff
the
in.
boxes for something?
Did you know that 36% of boxes are registered sex offenders?
What? What?
No, I did not know that.
What? I've got some concerns now.
Please
It's
tell
from
me more.
there's some video that's like a video of like a public transit bus. It's like we all know that public transit is blah blah blah, but did you know that 70% of buses are registered sex offenders?
Like
I
the
have
bus
no idea
itself?
what it's from, or yeah, the bus itself.
What?
I don't know where it's from or anything else, but it's just a funny clip. And so I had commandeer it
random.
for other things.
The worst part is most buses are like school buses. So, yikes. Big yikes on
So
that
this
one.
was one of those lovely public transit buses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember, like a while back, I talked about this weird, like chapstick ad I saw on
chapstick
YouTube one day, which was promoting its smoothness by saying it slides better than a creep in your DMs.
Well, that's an interesting marketing strategy.
Yeah, well,
Bold
I
strategy.
saw another ad for that same thing, and I still couldn't get the name of the brand, by the way. This one was a completely different approach, and it says, and this time its approach was it's smooth like the belly of a seal. Like,
Okay.
okay.
That's.
I'll take your word for it, I guess.
I don't know seal's
I don't know.
belly consistency, but
I've never touched a seal before, but sure,
it might be like
if you say so.
they probably have like this blubbery oil secretion that makes their stomachs smooth.
Or, they just spend a lot of time in water. That might do it.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense too. They're just in water, so their bellies are smooth. If we stay in water long enough, we just start to like prune up. So
We turn into human raisins.
I think that's an evolutionary tactic so that we can actually walk around in water.
Oh dang!
Well, what
Could we evolve to make it like less awkward feeling?
No clue.
No, that's the downside of evolution.
You can't just devolve.
Like, am I the only one that's like when your fingers are all wrinkly, it just feels gross?
Yeah, it feels weird.
No,
It's
you're not the only one. Like at the place, like at Chick-fil-A, I have to wash my hands a whole lot because like I'm dealing with raw chicken, and every time I put some chicken down, I have to change the gloves and wash my hands because I'm dealing with raw chicken.
Oh, you work at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Are the nuggets good?
Oh, sweet.
Nuggets are.
'Cause I'm a huge chicken nugget fan, and it never occurred to me that Chick-fil-A would make chicken nuggets, but since they're like the chicken pros, I figured they'd have to be probably pretty good.
Have you ever had the chicken fillets there?
No, I've never eaten Chick-fil-A. That's the problem.
Well, I don't eat a lot of chicken food in general, so I don't know what to compare them to.
Now, as a chicken connoisseur myself, I've never eaten at Chick-fil-A, so
This chicken was fed on rice grains, a couple weeds, perhaps.
rice grains. Oh my gosh!
In my opinion, the chicken's pretty good. No, like there's also grilled chicken nuggets if the breaded ones aren't your style.
What? Who goes and gets grilled chicken nugs? You go.
Chicken nuggets hold the chicken nugget.
A lot of people get grilled chicken nuggets. I can tell you firsthand.
That's not a chicken nugget then.
That's just.
I mean,
just
it probably
grilled
is
chicken.
by definition. Oh, yeah.
It's not a nugget. Nugget is a. You
like,
have to have the golden. The golden
Hey,
brown to be a nugget, man.
listen, man. I just serve the food. I don't question why people get it.
Oh, I was just following orders. You don't understand. We'll do something about it then.
When you're at when you're the cashier taking the orders in, they ask for a grilled chicken with nuggets. You just like, okay, yeah, why are you doing that today? You just ask them like deep personal questions about their order.
You can just get it without the breaded on it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's gonna cost more than us actually breading it, and takes more time too because we have to actually go in and debread the chicken.
No, we have like a specific pre-seasoned fillets for the grilled chicken.
But it's more funny to think that they just you have them all like deep fried, and you're like, now we gotta undeep fry them, and then you have like another machine that just like undeep fries.
What does undeep fryer look like?
I don't know. A bunch of
It's like
you know what an undeep fryer would be?
It's like a toothbrush.
Here's how an undeep fryer would just be you rubbing aggressively against the chicken.
Just sandpaper.
I think it's. I like to imagine it's just an upside down vacuum cleaner. You just like rub the meat along the brushes, and then it even sucks it all up for you.
Rub the meat upside down. Oh my gosh. Maybe we need to get on.
Bring out the undeep fryer.
but yeah, like any of the grilled chicken fillets or any of the grilled chicken nuggets that we don't wind up using by the end of the day, we repurpose like the next day for salads and wraps. We put the chicken through the chicken shredder, and we portioned that out in like
the chef salad,
3 ounces, and we put them into salads and to wraps. And
nice.
Makes sense.
We can't do that with the fried stuff.
That's why you need to invest in the undeep fryer.
I don't even know if
I'm gonna draw that in paint real quick.
I don't even know if that would work with like our chicken though.
But just imagine a commercial for the the undeep fryer. Have you ever deep fried your chicken, but you decided as you were deep frying that you didn't want it?
Have you ever thoroughly breaded your chicken and then put it through the deep fryer for like a good 5 minutes, taking it out, and realized you didn't want fried chicken? You just wanted it cooked. Well, if you purchase our undeep fryer today, you could eat your solidly cooked but no longer breaded chicken.
You too can have an unbreaded chicken today with the undeep fryer. It undeep fries things.
With 3 easy payments of $29.99.
Just adds that extra 99. Oh boy, yikes! That's a bit spendy.
The kitchen equipment's expensive, man.
Well, how much is a deep fryer compared to an undeep fryer?
Well, like a few months ago, our bun toaster, which is just like this glorified toaster with like little conveyor belts built inside of it, which you put the buns in after you butter them. Well, that broke down, and apparently you had to spend like $5,000 on a new one.
What?
So you
for a toaster? A toaster?
Yeah. A fancy toaster.
How much does this toast?
Yeah.
Better,
I'll be honest.
Better make like the toast of God coming out of that.
I'll be honest. It's like moderately toasted at best. Usually.
Moderately toasted. What does it? Does it like how much does it toast at the time? Does it toast like a whole loaf?
It toasts one set of buns at a time.
You're telling me? Okay, hold on.
What?
Hold on. This bun toaster. You could just throw this in a regular toaster. You need what? You need a special. But is this like a panini toaster where like presses the bread together? Like what are we looking at here?
Not really. I'll try to find an image of it.
My goodness, this toaster $5,000 for a
The,
toaster.
the toaster salesman's like, no, you see, this is the high quality heat coming out of this machine here.
We don't use no crazy food rays that burn your toast. No. We
Don't be silly now.
we use high quality grade toasting rays.
Oh, that image did not come in as transparent. I'm telling you what.
Oh boy, would you
Not to
ever
worry,
want?
we have less.
Oh my gosh, you know what? An untoaster would probably be better than an undeep fryer.
Once you see the Undeepfryer, I think you'll find that it can be used as an untoaster as well. Actually,
Yes,
based on its function, I
multi-purpose.
have actually untoasted bread before because I toasted it a little too much.
Because what do you do with toasted bread? You just have to cut it off, right? That's
No, you can scrape the toast off of it. Kind of.
So sorry. What? You can, you can scrape the.
Yeah, if you burn your toast too much,
Yeah.
you can just untoast it.
You just yeah.
So-
You just cut it off, right?
So this
Decapitate
isn't
that
the,
toast.
No,
so
you
this
scrape it
isn't
off.
the exact model of bun toaster we use, but it's basically like the same thing.
Let's
Basically,
see this
you
bun
have
toast.
a little butter wheel at the side. You run the bread on the butter wheel, and then you put the top half of the bun and the bottom half on the bun in the back slot on top there, and you just let it run through, and
So
it takes it to about the same level you see in the picture.
So what I'm seeing here is you
Oh,
put two in
those.
at the top, and then it goes through, and then you can put another two in while it's still going through.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not completely useless. And it butters the bread for you.
No, you have to butter the bread yourself.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god!
It doesn't just throw that in at the end. Okay. You know, sometimes when we look at technology, we wonder what are we doing? What are we doing now? We look at this and we're just like, yeah, that's probably $5,000.
Convenient.
Convenient. What? How much is a real? What? I guess this might be quicker, but look at it. Look at it.
Yeah, I'm looking for the prices of this thing. It's like $3,500 for the one I showed you.
Okay, so this one is
Meanwhile, like right next to it is a Bob Ross toaster. Toast Bob's iconic face onto your toast for $40.
yeah.
Like a toaster that is designed to toast a specific pattern on your bread is like it's like 1,000 times cheaper
It has to be,
than
it has to be the
this
speed.
thing.
Because how fast does it cook or toast those buns?
And it's in there for like a good like maybe 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, so that's the difference. That's what the high quality grade.
Hence,
But like I said, like you can hardly even call it toast. It just warms the bread a bit and kind of sort of crisps like the butter
They use
side.
nuclear rays to get this great appeal. You know, because when we use microwaves and whatnot, we're just using some random wave frequency that'll heat up the molecules and whatnot. So theoretically, if you like detonate a nuclear bomb, there'll be some type of food will be perfectly cooked. Amazing.
Yep. Yeah, probably.
Because the nuclear waves will just go, and then like
So,
nice blast
all right,
radius.
just
oh
all
my
right,
god, I'm
just
gonna go
set
cook
up.
some food.
All right, set off a fat man, like just way
send in the
over
nuke.
there. Set off a fat man way over there.
Oh, Mario,
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
burger that
right
needs
there.
cooking.
Yeah, right there is perfect. Pulls out like 2 slices of bread in front of him, and then
Oh my
as the mushroom cloud forms and like the shock waves like shoot past you, you're standing your ground, you're overpowering the shock waves. Meanwhile, you look at your bread and it's toasting real nice, like yes, yes.
Oh my gosh. Imagine a war started because you just wanted finally toasted bread.
Just a little kid like blood bleeding everywhere. He has bullet wounds all over his body. He's holding like
kid? Are you kidding me?
He's
Why
holding like
picture
a
little
soft.
kid?
You said war, dude.
It
Okay, war.
evokes the most emotion.
Yeah, he's
Oh my
he's
God.
like.
What do you think the toast was for?
Yeah. He's like covered
For
in all sorts of
breakfast.
burn marks. He's got third-degree burns everywhere.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
chemical
you look
burns.
down in you look down his hand and you see a singular soft piece of bread. And he looks up to you. His dying breath was, I just wanted toast. And then he dies.
Gosh. I don't know why I needed to picture all of that.
It's an engaging story, dude.
Is that why? Is that how the war started, or how it like ended? Like, what? I'm so confused.
Not the war is complicated, but the war still went on much longer than that.
Bread was not
All right, I
found.
finished
was-
the Undeepfryer artwork.
Oh yes, I am quite excited. I think I will actually show this picture. It just looks like he's holding sand in his hand.
It's supposed to be fried chicken. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh. The undeep
The brushes just kind of scrape it off.
The brushes scrape
I
it
feel
off.
like
gets
I feel like
stuck
you
in it.
might want to have like sturdier bristles for that.
No, they
Like-
literally just take like the restaurant vacuum, just flip it upside down, and
Multi-purpose.
just stick it in there.
So when people ask, why'd you deep
It's-
fry it?
I don't even think we use a vacuum. We
You
just
grab
use
out
a
the vacuum.
brush.
You
We
gotta-
just use a broom and dustpan.
You got to do it in front of the customer, of course.
Vacuum cleaners are for nerds.
Can you give me a fresh piece of chicken where it's not deep fried? Hand me your piece of chicken.
All right.
Wait, 1 second.
Grabs toast or grabs vacuum, flips on vacuum, just starts shoving the chicken into the vacuum. This'll be a moment, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I didn't want a sandwich. I
One
wanted a
moment, the
drink.
vacuum bag's full.
I wanted a sandwich. I didn't want a sandwich. I wanted a drink, actually. Oh, sorry, my bad. He proceeds to take the sandwich, puts it in a blender, and you drink, please. Thank you.
Jeez.
Mix it around a bit. Here you go.
There you go, Sonny. Sandwich smoothie drink, just what you want.
Mixed in with your Sprite Diet Coke fever dream nightmare of a mixture.
The fountain pops over there if you want to add anything else to it.
Now, I say it's pretty hodgepodge already, in my opinion.
Yeah, most people don't order the sandwich drink, but you, brave lad, you
know
Well, when you're in a hurry and you want a sandwich and a drink, there's no other way.
Do you want a sandwich on the go? Come to drink a sandwich. We make sandwiches and then blend them up for you so that you can take your sandwich anywhere. The sandwich is like the most portable meal you can probably get. If you want to just put them in a blender.
Yeah, man, make it even more portable.
Put it in a smoothie.
You ever drive your car and you're eating a sandwich and then you just drop like whatever mayonnaise or ketchup is in the sandwich? You're like, gosh dang it, man! I
then
got
you
it all over my
crash.
fancy clothes. Yeah, don't you just hate it when that happens? I did. Well, we have an easy solution for you over at Drink a Sandwich Mania.
Mania. Oh my.
Where we take your sandwich, put it in a blender, grind it up into a smooth paste, put it in a cup, and voila! There's your sandwich on a go. No spills whatsoever.
Unless you spill the drink.
We make all kinds of sandwiches: grilled cheese, hamburgers, hot dogs. If you're some kind of lunatic and consider that a sandwich. Which the sky's the limit. Chicken sandwich, turkey and bacon, chicken bacon ranch. You name
Meatball
it,
melt.
we make it.
Throw some dirt in there for protein if you really want. We'll do anything.
Dirt's not gonna give you the protein. It'll give you some
Oh.
mineral.
If you get enough of it, there's some worms.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So
I think we're
I think
starting a
this
business here.
Undeepfryer might really have some market value.
So we
So I
have
looked up on Google Undeepfryer, and Google just thinks that you're an idiot, and it says, "Did you mean in deep fryer?"
in deep fryer.
Like putting something in a deep
Oh.
fryer. And I was like, no. And it's like, oh, okay. And it just pulls up deep fryers. It's really an untapped market.
we've
I have no idea why.
We've made some great business ideas. We should probably like patent pen all of this now because we've got sandwich on the go. We've got the Undeep fryer.
We can't have people steal and drink a sandwich from us.
Drink a sandwich. Oh gosh.
Drink sandwich emporium on the go.
Let's see.
Sandwich smoothie, drink an emporium.
Drink a
Sandwich
sandwich.
slurp.
Let's see what pops up. Drink a sandwich. What is that? An actual restaurant called Drink a Sandwich?
Oh, it's done. Pack it up.
No, never mind. Nope. It's not.
Oh, never mind. Unpack it up.
It's just different sandwich places. With Drink a Sandwich bold. Why is it bold? Google, what are you doing? Google's being weird. It's suggesting it's suggesting like Jersey Mike's subs, Subway, and the Bistro.
Dude, I love me some Jersey Mike's subs, dude. I don't know about you.
I've never heard of it.
Me neither.
Oh, they're thinking drink and a sandwich. Oh. Oh wait, there's a Reddit about a man drinking a sandwich. I gotta check that one out.
I don't doubt there are people who
what the
drink
heck?
their sandwich.
What? Ed, and Eddie. They have I forget who it is. It's Ed or Eddie. It's the big tall one. He just has a straw in a sandwich and is just drinking the sandwich. But it's not smoothie formed.
That does sound like something from the show.
We're about to watch a video posted in 2010 titled Liquid Sandwich, and the description is, too tired or lazy to chew? Now there's a solution. Check it out.
Oh gosh.
Too tired and easy to chew? Well, there's a solution for you.
Sadly, it sounds like this is not a untapped market.
I don't think anyone sold this idea though. I think people just did it. Which, I mean, you could make your own burger, but you could also go over here and buy a burger instead. You know?
Make your own burger.
So it's still a very plausible business practice we could do.
Just throw it in a blender, boom. Sandwich on the go. Absolutely genius. But I'm also just watching a video where they made a PBJ sandwich and put it in a blender.
Oh my god.
They made 3 PBJ sandwiches and put it in a blender.
Triple the food. Oh my god.
These guys.
We're hitting like
are
triple dense food sources right now.
And they threw bananas
One
in.
sip.
Oh my gosh.
Bananas is where it starts getting a little weird for me. Like I can tolerate a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
They added milk. Oh, they're making a milkshake.
Why would they
PBJ.
do that?
Milkshake PBJ. Why did they add the milk first? Oh, everything's a disaster.
Is it just light brown?
Oh, they cut away until the blender finished. I don't know how it did because that was a disaster.
I mean,
oh gosh, it looks like chocolate milk.
I mean, like if I got if I got a bit too much if I got a bit too much peanut butter in my mouth and my throat muscles can't handle it, then yeah, I'll drink some milk to wash it down. It's pretty effective. But
milk does do that.
I don't know about actually mixing it with the sandwich though.
Yeah, you can kind of guess when they did this. Any guesses on a time frame of when they decided to drink a sandwich?
2010, I'm guessing.
Way undershot.
2019.
Very, very close.
2020.
Yeah, of course. During COVID, when they had nothing better to do, they made PBJ sandwiches and threw them in a blender.
Honestly, that sounds like the kind of thing I would do when I'm really bored, regardless of whether COVID happened or not. In fact, I might actually do that one day just to see what it's like. I have a blender.
Someone
I have
just
peanut
intently
butter.
staring at their
I
sandwich
have
and
a
their blender.
wide assortment of jellies I could use. I just need the milk
Yeah.
and the banana, apparently.
The banana, I think that should be an optional thing.
Yeah, the banana's like the weird like crux of that whole equation for me. Like the banana just doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
Like
they're saying it was too warm, so they said they should have used frozen peanut butter.
frozen peanut butter? Just throw ice in there. That's
Was
a
the milk
solution.
not refrigerated?
I don't know. It's a 5-minute video. I'm reading captions.
It could have been refrigerated, but maybe the
I
peanut
think-
butter
yeah.
and the toast had been like what made it.
I think they just wanted a milkshake out of their sandwich, and they're not used to the warm room temperature of a sandwich. Compared to a smoothie.
I mean, you need to like. There's a lot more that goes into a milkshake than just throwing some stuff in and mixing it with
milk and something else. Milk and ice.
Like,
Here's your
like,
milkshake.
you need like some kind of cream. I think you need yogurt for some types of milkshakes. You know, making the milkshake's a bit of a complicated process.
Milkshakes are challenging.
Science? There's a science to it.
Yeah, there is a
Can't
science.
just throw it all in there willy nilly.
Cooking is in fact a type of science. So yeah, there is a science to all kinds of cooking.
That's crazy.
Science? Do you have a source to back that up? Do you have a study?
Yeah, the source and study is me.
I'm
an expert.
Peer reviewed. So.
Was it peer reviewed?
Yeah, it was peer reviewed by me.
There you go. I am my own.
I can't argue with that logic.
It was approved by me. Which makes me a certified expert. You know who certified it? Me.
I am my own expert. 10 out of 10 people agree that this is a great plan. And I'm all 10 of those people.
Yeah, all 10 of those people.
Every day of the week if it was a good idea, and I said yes every time.
Now, one day when I was getting rightfully accused of a crime I didn't commit, and I needed the jury to vote in my favor, and they did. You know who that jury was? Me. I was the entire jury that day. You know,
jury of my peers, I only know one person who knows me.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Do you know who the?
Best?
And that's my cousin Frank.
I wonder if
Frank
you could argue.
Frank
if
knows.
You were, like super antisocial, if you could argue that like only your friends are your peers and just the jury is just your whole squad. It's like, oh, he's completely innocent, Your Honor. It's like, we have video evidence of him admitting it. No, he's innocent.
That was just
he was just joking.
Guys, I'm trying to redeem myself. I'm trying to turn myself in. I'm trying to face the consequences of my actions. Nah. He's just joking with you.
Yeah, this is a classic prank that he does. It's reverse psychology.
Guys, I am very mentally damaged. I have a lot of inner evils. I should honestly be put on death row. That's classic Greg. Classic Greg.
Greg, that's the 5th time you said it this week. It's
Tuesday. You get convicted as innocent, and you just immediately go, "Ah, sweet, I'm gonna go do it again."
Good job, guys.
You know, like just straight to the judge's face, like, "Ah, sweet, I'm gonna do it again," and then you do it again, and then the exact same thing happens again.
You know it.
Power move.
That's
quite the move indeed. Anyways, welcome, Jack. Jack, welcome to the podcast.
Yes.
Jack, do you have any box stories you'd like to share?
Box stories.
Very important. So did you ever like pack using a box? Did you ever throw a box at somebody? Did you ever
build a box fort?
Yeah, box fort, box tower. Did you ever like kill somebody with a box? Anything like that?
I have a couple stories about a couple of them, but we don't need to get into those.
But today's about boxes, man.
Yeah, we're talking. You have to talk about the box story, dude. It's a requirement.
No. See, I joined late, so I don't have to.
Now you joined, so you have to.
Okay, well, we'll
Nope.
give you one out. What is your thoughts on drinking a sandwich?
I prefer to snort them.
What?
I prefer to snort them.
Snort them whole?
Get that sandwich high.
How do you snort a whole sandwich, Jack?
That reminds me of a Meat Canyon.
Are you
video.
complaining? Gave you my opinion.
Yeah, this is how conversations work, Jack. You say something, then I say something. It's a answer response.
This is how basic conversations work. You say something, and we all criticize you for it.
You say something, it's something terrible, and then we all react.
Yeah, we were just talking about if you only had, like, if you're antisocial and you committed a felony or something, would your jury only consist of your friends if you're that antisocial?
Wait, what?
Because you have to be represented by a jury of your peers. But if you could somehow claim, oh, I'm super antisocial, so the only people I've ever interacted with in my life are these, like, 12 people that are my friends, could you argue those are your only peers, and thus your entire, like, the entire
jury's on your side?
the entire jury is just all your buddies, and then they all just go, oh yeah, he's totally
Your
innocent.
squad. The squad of jury.
Uh-huh.
The jury
The
squad.
Oh, bro,
squad.
completely innocent.
I don't think they allow that. They just say peers so that it sounds fancier than it is. They just pick 12 people from a hat.
When we say peers, we say 12 random people who have not taken jury duty at all in their lives.
Oh yeah, my dad just got jury duty. He got it the other day.
Oh.
Or got the letter for it.
Oh. But he hasn't been picked yet?
Imagine they look through, like,
Well, I think he was picked, but
imagine they look through a list of
whatever.
names of people in the town. They're like, let's see, we have a man convicted of murder. We need one more person to fill that 12th slot. Let's see, who we got? Is Hobo Joe? Not Hobo Joe had jury duty last
Hobo
week.
Joe.
Damn. Okay, we can't use Hobo Joe. He's really good. Oh, fuck.
I think when they say peers, they just pick people in the same district. That's probably what they do.
Or what if you're like a gamer and you literally have not talked to a single person in your entire life?
If you're a gamer, chances are you talk to people online. So.
No. Like, you're such a gamer.
Not if
like,
you're Jack.
you fucking.
Actually, never mind. I take that back. Jack, you talk to people all the time on games.
Yeah,
Jack,
but do they really know you?
Yeah, Jack, you were a classic screamer. Or squeaker, sorry, not screamer.
Hey, I'm not talking about me. I'm saying, what if
MW6.
you were a gamer?
Yeah, you pranked that person that thought you were a girl.
Hey, he did that to himself, okay? And you can't say to feel bad for him because that person knew I was 17 and he was like 35.
Yeah, we've heard that story enough, but yeah, it's still weird.
He is right, though. I don't feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him at all.
I don't feel bad for anyone who just blows $100 on some rando they meet in, like, I don't know what it was, like, fucking
Maple Story.
Yeah, Maple Story.
Unless they're like
I never understood
slab.
the appeal of that. By the way, like you're playing an MMO, you see somebody who has the skin of a pretty lady, like, oh, hot damn, dude, have all my money.
You must be a lady in real life.
You don't
Maybe it's just a
know.
rich person thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I say it's just a stupid person thing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's just a stupid.
What is? I wasn't paying attention for like 12 seconds.
Only 12?
I don't know. I was eating an M&M and I was.
Oh, we
really
don't. We were
focused on
saying
that
we don't. Max, we were
Hyper-focused
saying we
on
don't
it.
understand why some people will simp and spend money on people who they think are females over the internet.
Like
I do know from
like specifically in an MMO where someone's like got the skin of a pretty lady, like RuneScape, for example.
Or RuneScape.
I know people have looked at. I don't know how they ended up getting the data, but the majority of like Twitch thought simps are computer science, like computer engineer people that make a lot of money and have nothing to spend it on.
So it is a rich person thing.
Yeah, they're literally just like, well, oh well. So I don't know. Maybe they're just
they're getting their best shot, you
doing
know.
it for fun. They're like, well, I mean, if I spent $3,000 on this random game avatar, like, maybe they'll marry me.
That's the what's that?
Hey, girl.
The gamer's gambit.
I give you that $3.99 Fortnite skin. How about putting a ring on it?
Yeah, about that, I blocked you.
How about you get blocked, man?
I'm 14, and
I'm also a guy. Oh, that doesn't need to change anything.
Oh,
all right, now I'm actually concerned. Don't contact me again.
Yeah, you go from creepy to extra creepy very quickly.
can you give you their address, but it's just some random Papa John's like 300 miles away?
You give a phone number to Papa John's.
Yeah, I have a.
This is Papa John's. How can we help you?
Okay, I have a
Looking
question
for a girl.
So I have a question for you guys. Like in terms of an unpopular opinion, what is a hill you are willing to die on?
What? I don't know many
Like-
hills.
These are the best dessert.
Like say that it's something like
So Jack, do you say disease?
Dessert.
yeah, like say that it's something like
Dessert is the best
like
dessert.
like say that
These are the best dessert, Riley. Do you want to get stabbed?
I definitely heard disease
What?
again.
You're being too loud, Jack. You have to slow down a little bit. Are you saying peas, as in like the
Like-
vegetable?
Or disease, as in the disease.
he said these.
I said cookies. Chocolate chip cookies
Well,
are the
I
best dessert.
Well, I guess we all heard wrong then.
Why would
Yeah,
I
I-
peas? Peas? Okay, yeah, no, that
Wow,
makes a
this
little more
pea
sense.
is so good.
Yeah. Basically, like Jack said, or something like like the
Unpopular?
objectively like something, yeah, like an unpopular opinion, like which like very few people, if not nobody, agrees with, but you. Like I don't know, like say you're one of those people who's like, GIF should be pronounced GIF.
GIF or GIF or GIFE.
No.
GIF is in the correct pronunciation.
Okay, I see what you're going for. So
Yeah, but
Jack's saying cookies.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
best
Jack's
dessert.
saying cookies is the best dessert. Okay, what's your reason for that being the hill you die on?
What do you mean, what reason? There's no reason. It's just true.
Okay, he is obviously has not had many desserts.
I've had plenty. I'm having dessert right now, and it just so happens to be a cookie.
Okay, so you've
Pure
had
coincidence.
many cookie related desserts, but not too many non-cookie related desserts.
I have had plenty of non-cookie related dessert.
I had like a pistachio frosting thing earlier today, and that was pretty great. I'd say it's better than a regular old schmo chocolate chip cookie, because you can really mess up a chocolate.
You
chip
must have
cookie.
had some shit chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, you know, here at the cafeteria, we like to think of.
Oh, well, that's your
basing
problem. You're
your
getting
beliefs
fucking
off of.
yeah. You're getting
You are not
pre-made
basing your
fucking
beliefs off of
school-
cafeteria food.
I'm
school
just
crap.
saying
Yeah.
you can really biff up some chocolate chip cookies, and I've seen it.
Yeah,
like-
firsthand.
like at a
That's like picking
cafeteria.
That's like picking up a piece of pizza off of the toilet floor and being like, "Oh damn, this pizza's kind of gross." Like I just think all pizza's nasty.
See, this is why I don't like cornbread, because I've only really had the school's cornbread.
What?
Haven't really.
Cornbread is. Oh my god.
I don't know. I haven't.
I
had that
actually
Riley, have you
loved
only had food off of a fucking porta potty floor?
No?
and for the record,
Bennett,
Did you
record,
not
Riley,
eat at home?
and for the record, Riley, the school's cornbread wasn't even that bad.
No, like our cafeteria. Yeah, I guess at the high school too. I didn't really enjoy it.
Riley, did you ever eat food at home?
Oh yeah, we
Like-
we only like eat chicken at home. Mainly chicken and rice comes to mind.
Why?
But we had a great variety of stuff.
Never had cornbread?
Yeah, we never really made
Not
cornbread.
even at like Thanksgiving?
No, we don't serve cornbread at Thanksgiving.
Oh. Well, there's your problem. Dining halls are literally like my dining hall has perfected the art of pre-staling the bread before even opening the doors. Like I walk in to eat a hot dog and the bread is literally like I try and grab the hot dog and the bun just crumbles in half.
The front
And the
just
dining
like
hall is
vanishes.
just open.
It gets Thanos snapped out of existence.
Yeah, it just dust to ash. And you're basing your beliefs of food off of
No.
that
I'm
quality.
saying I've seen some bad quality cookies. That's all I was saying with that statement.
No,
Riley,
we're
I've
talking
seen some
about
bad
cornbread.
quality people, and you are making your way fucking up there.
Wow. Okay.
Unbelievable you just talk about cornbread in such a manner.
This is the first time we talked about cornbread.
I know, and it's unbelievable that you talk about it in such a manner.
I still haven't had cornbread since we talked about cornbread.
Well, you need to eat
Go get
some
some
good
right
cornbread.
now.
Where am I gonna get cornbread this late at night? Who serves
Anywhere.
cornbread?
Walk around and
Maybe
start yelling.
maybe you could buy some cornbread mix at Walmart.
I was having cornbread at work, right?
Buy some cornbread.
Because they
off
just had a
Amazon.
thing laying out there saying, take some cornbread. So I took some cornbread, and I had a piece. It was awesome. You know, heated it up, put some honey on it. And when I looked up, I was like, oh, is there any more? As I looked up, some fucker threw it all in the garbage, and it ruined my day.
No.
The whole tray.
You threw the tray. Oh
What
my-
an asshole! No,
Look,
since
perfectly good
since
food, we can't have
since
that.
Jack brought up honey, I'm gonna say my hill to die on. I don't think honey's that good. I actually don't
okay.
like honey very much.
Honey's like
I
a
kind of
superfood.
agree with that.
What? The bees, man. Think about all the bees' hard work to make food for themselves, and we just steal.
Don't give a shit about the bees.
I don't think it's good or bad. It's
It's
eh.
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
Like,
good.
I tried.
with other
I've tried honey. That's the thing. I've tried honey with other stuff. I'm just not a huge fan.
Honeycomb is
Like-
pretty good. Like, if it's real honey.
And while I'm on popular food choices, which like most people seem to like, but I don't. I'm also gonna throw caramel in there as well. I
Oh
despise
yeah,
caramel.
I don't like caramel that
I
much.
like caramel. Oh,
I
I
hate the
know
taste
no
and
one's
I
gonna
hate
be on
the
my
texture.
side on this, but bacon, whatever.
No, I actually agree. I'm not a huge bacon guy.
You can mess up bacon as well.
It's
No,
very,
I'm just
bacon
saying
is-
most bacon in general is just
yeah,
whatever.
I like
Yeah,
chewy
same.
bacon, which most people think I'm crazy for.
No, I don't. I like
Chewy
chewy bacon as well.
Wow, this
No,
is this is a first where we're like,
There's something about like super greasy food.
Now, if you said that
I'm
to
not a
Austin,
huge-
he'd kill you.
jeez,
Like Austin's had like bacon flavored soda,
yeah.
bacon flavored air fresheners.
Don't tell me he actually
Jeez.
likes the bacon flavored soda shit.
I don't know. All I know is he's had it.
He's had some crazy stuff, man. Man, I
Oh,
remember.
what's gone in that boy?
I remember us three, not Jack, talked about hot chocolate, where we're all like, "Yes, the way to go is milk." What about you, Jack? What's your take on hot chocolate? You're a water
Yeah.
or milk guy?
Like when you have like hot
I-
chocolate mixed, you
I'll
mix
make it
water.
with water, but then I'll pour milk into it.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Interesting.
No, split the difference. That's
That's-
not a bad choice.
That's an interesting choice.
I'll pour more milk into it depending on how chocolatey it is. Like if it's way too chocolatey, more milk.
Yeah. Yeah, because the milk will like dilute the richness.
I got one that
That's fair.
maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I prefer off-brand cereal to on-brand cereal. I think it's better.
For some cereals, I can
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the brand of the
Oh,
stuff.
what was it? The knockoff of Honey Nut Cheerios, like Spinos or
Oh,
something.
those are so good.
I
The
don't think I've
knockoff
ever had
Fruity
those.
Pebbles
Me neither.
are so amazing.
I had some knockoff like cookies. Some
What?
knockoff
How do you have a
Oreo,
knockoff cookie?
a knockoff
Oh,
Oreo
the
brand
knockoff, okay.
called Twist and Shouts.
What?
The name is just so funny. And then what was the other one? I forget the actual brand that there was a knockoff of, but they're called Chippers. Maybe a knockoff of Chips Ahoy, just called Chippers. So for Christmas, my sister got my brother Twist and Shouts and Chippers, and every time he had a twist and shout, he would scream while twisting the cookie apart.
Oh my god. Good soldiers
had-
follow orders.
Oh, they were not good. Chippers were okay, but the Twist and
what?
Shouts, so bad. Oh.
But yeah, honey, bacon, and what was caramel are like the three like pretty popular foods. And I don't like those very
Certain
much.
caramel is good. My grandma makes a really good like caramel drizzle, but most
Like-
other forms of caramel are just like
Like
I don't know.
like
It's
the
not good.
one exception of caramel. Sorry, the two exceptions of caramel I've actually liked was like a little bit of drizzle caramel, like mixed in with a hot chocolate I had once. But
Good.
but that was like mixed in with like a bunch of other shit, so like that just kind of like diluted the caramel taste significantly. And the other example is flan, because flan is fucking delicious.
I don't know what flan
Yeah,
is. It
I
sounds
wouldn't
like
know
some
what flan is.
exotic bird.
Okay, so like basically like pudding,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like blood pudding or like
you know
chocolate pudding.
like it could be chocolate pudding, it could be vanilla pudding, just
Could be
like
blood.
no, probably not blood. But
Aw.
you got pudding, and you got what is it called? And you got Jello. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
basically it's like pudding, but with the consistency reminiscent of Jello. So like it's just like this like a wobbly like blob of pudding with like a caramel drizzle at the top.
Oh.
Like I'll find a
Interesting.
picture and show it.
Gotcha. I'm like indifferent about caramel. I can take it or leave it. I
like it.
remember having like my first tooth loss due to a caramel apple. So I have not had a caramel apple since.
I actually got one of my first teeth lost due to like one of those little handheld cherry pies you can eat.
I don't know how I lost my first tooth.
Yeah, that's what flan is.
Oh, snap.
That right.
That does look better than a cookie.
Are you?
I say it depends on the cookie, honestly. But
Oh
yeah.
man, I love cheesecake, and that kind of
It looks
a
like
cheesecake.
cheese.
No, actually, that's another one. Cheese. I'm not a huge I like cheese with certain things, but cheese on its own, like I'm not a fan.
Huh.
So like cheesecake, no, that's not my thing. I'm not a huge cheesecake guy.
Big cheesecake, big food guy over here. Strong feelings about food.
Yeah. Anyways, Riley, what's a hill that you're willing to die on?
Oh man,
It doesn't have to be food related. Like mine and Jack's
my
were.
my family process of chicken slaughtering actually being amazing. I feel like that's a good hill to die on, even though it sounds crazy.
Stomping on the heads and
Yeah, speaking of killing farm animals, God, what was it? I don't know, some sort of muskrat. Anyway, I was over at Easter at my grandparents' house. That's why I was late.
Classic. Yep.
But my uncle caught, I don't know, it was a muskrat or something, in a cage, and they just threw the cage. They tied a rope to the cage, and they threw the cage into the river with the muskrat. They just
Oh
you know,
my
let
gosh!
Count how many times Jack says cage.
And
Muskrats are nasty animals, though.
what? So you drowned a muskrat? That's
Well, you weren't gonna fucking Riley. The way it was like a tube trap, so the way it closed, or you couldn't see what was inside it without letting it free. So they're like, I don't know if it's a skunk.
you are going to drown a skunk? Man, that's why we have dogs.
Better than opening the cage, having it run out and spray you in the face.
It would spray you in the face regardless.
No,
Riley,
if it
what's
can't lift
better?
its
We caught a
tail, it
muskrat
can.
once, and then our dog got it. We grabbed it out of our window well with like a shovel, and then like launched it into the yard. And then our dog immediately went and started shaking it so viciously that we heard its neck snap.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
So that's the other option. It was unbelievable.
Riley, if it can't lift its tail, it can't spray. So
Drowning, I think, is the worst way to go.
it was a better way to go because it didn't spray us.
It's a muskrat.
Well,
it's
it
not
wasn't
gonna
a
spray.
skunk, but
Man,
we didn't know that until it was dead.
I remember my dogs getting into like a possum family, so they just started like eating possum babies. It was oh gosh, it was definitely not sightseeing. That's for sure.
It's not sightseeing indeed.
Little stutter on the sight.
It's not sightseeing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what about
Plus,
you, Max?
my raging headache is gone. I can open up Minecraft again.
I thought Max said his. His was the cereal.
Oh yeah, I guess you guys all went food related.
Want to hear a very interesting hill to die on that I heard on Reddit, which I, for one, 100% disagree with full force.
Let's hear it.
Basically, there was someone on Reddit who was like, you know what a hill that I'm going to die on is? I think that adult cartoons shouldn't exist because when we grow into adults, we should learn to like grow up and not watch cartoons.
This guy.
Do
Well,
not
why didn't he
enjoy
learn
things.
to
Do
grow
not
up
make
and not
art.
be on Reddit?
This guy. Oh man. I hope this was like a 12-year-old or something.
How about you grow up into getting some bitches?
Oh my god, this
What?
conversation reminds me of something my dad said the other day. I don't know how he knows, but he said he was talking to his sister about how the furries want litter boxes in schools.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I think I heard that somewhere.
That
I don't know if
is-
that was from my dad or not.
I was that just
That's a
hearing that
culture
come out of
shock
my
right there.
dad's mouth
Listen,
disappointed
No,
me.
what?
like,
Oh
for
my
the
gosh.
record, I don't have a problem with furries, but I think that takes it a bit far.
Yeah.
And then my mom asking, "What's a furry?" and having to listen to my dad explain to my
no.
mom what a furry was.
Oh.
Oh no, I do not envy your position, Jack.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
Oh.
so picture this.
Oh my snap.
Two animals love each other very, very much.
Now, imagine those animals are people.
But they're still animals.
They're people dressed up as animals.
I don't know why does
I
it
would
be
just
people
at that point in the conversation, I'd be jumping off the roof and call it a day. It's like, oh really? Oh cool, bye.
in your squirrel costume because you're actually a furry.
You could.
I'm-
You could.
Slowly takes off mask.
Hey, for your information, my fursona is a cat, not a squirrel.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
bad. Well, you can't jump off a roof as a. Well, I guess you could jump off a roof as a cat
You could jump
Probably
off a
still
roof
that.
as any animal.
and survive.
You could jump off of the roof as a human right now. Let's go.
Paraglider.
Well, you see, if you're a cat, you got that whole thing where cats land on their feet, but if that happens to fail, You got like another 8 lives ahead of
I
you,
just had
you
an
know?
amazing idea. Oh my god.
But-
Well, if you did it as a
Okay.
human, the only bad thing that would happen is your legs would now be where your chest should be.
And you'd be dead.
So
Possibly.
you get super fat. I'm talking like 700 pounds, like
Yeah.
absolutely massive.
I'm
Then
listening.
you lose all of the weight, and then two things happen.
Oh no!
Two things happen. One, your legs are just absolutely shredded because they're used to walking around with 700
I
pounds
don't
on them.
think so.
And now you have like all this flabby extra skin, and now
Oh,
you're like a
God.
flying squirrel. You can just like
Such a bad
open your arms and just like, and then your legs are so powerful that you can just jump and just glide around.
I think you would literally have like 100 pounds of just skin.
No, it'll work.
You know,
Gotta
you know,
trust me on
Max,
this
Coming
one.
from
there-
the man. whose
Max,
design
there's
the
actually a
Undeepfryer.
Family Guy joke which does exactly that.
Oh no way!
Except instead of like fat, because it was an episode where Stewie took a bunch of steroids and got very buff, but then he had to deal with the consequences. So once his muscles deflated, he just had like gross like skin flaps just hanging off his arms, and like Brian was going to beat him up, so Stewie jumped out of a window and just started gliding with like his weird skin flaps.
Great minds think alike. It's
Oh. Oh man. Well, should we start wrapping it up today? We've had
All right,
some.
has it already been that long?
Yeah, an hour 16.
Damn,
We spent like 20 minutes on box talk.
that's a fair point.
But yeah, what should our topic be for next time?
Jack, you think of something?
This is kind of like what Cameron said, but your guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I have a lot of those.
Okay, I guess we'll find out more about guilty pleasures next time. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and by everybody I mean at least one person.
Is there one person that
Hi,
actually
Riley's
watches?
mom.
You think
Hi, Riley's dad.
No, my dad definitely doesn't watch this. Gosh, I think I tell
Even
the
if
story
I told
every
my
time.
parents about it, they probably wouldn't watch it.
Every time when you guys say that, I'm like, I tell you the same story where my dad's like, "Oh, I saw one of your videos the other day. I didn't watch it, but I saw it."
But it's so good.
He hasn't done that for a while now. But yep. Until next time, I guess. Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Toodles.
See ya.